Hello and welcome guys, and welcome to this short vlog. And yes, I receive this query quite often, sir. How expensive is doing CMA? Cost and Management Accountancy, one of the leading courses of the country, which will give you an edge over other finance professionals, which will give you an edge over other careers. Guys, this course is definitely not that expensive. So if you want to do a course which will give you a career opportunity, which will give you a growth opportunity, which will give you a wholesome package and a wholesome future, then CMA is the course for you, and that too with very minimal expense. I understand that, even when I call minimal, then the expense which I'm going to write on the board might not be minimal for most of you, right? For many of you, okay? But still guys, as compared to the other courses which are there currently there in market, especially for commerce students or for finance professionals, compared to those courses, CMA course is definitely cost effective and is definitely more worthy as the ROI. We always compute the ROI. What is the return of investment that we are going to get when we do this course? If we put a capital of this much thousand or this much lakhs in the course, what is the return that we are going to get? The ROI of this particular course is absolutely astonishing, absolutely amazing. So yes, if you are on your knees, if you are on your toes, and if you are on your absolute best, and you give it your best, then yes, the ROI that you can expect from this course is ultimate, is humongous, it's amazing. So today we are going to discuss about what are the expenses that you can expect while you are doing CMA course, Cost and Management Accountancy, which is done under the realms of the cost accountants of India. In short, they are known as ICMAI, Cost and Management Accountancy. All right. So guys, there are 3 levels to this course, CMA. First level is the foundation level. Second level is the inter level. And third level is the final level. Foundation has 4 subjects in it. Inter has 8 subjects in it, divided into 2 groups, Group 1 and Group 2, which has 4 subjects each. And final has 8 subjects in it, again divided into 2 groups, Group 3 and Group 4, again containing 4 subjects each. This is the structure of this entire course. For foundation, you have to do a registration, and registration will cost you about 6,000 rupees. Around 6,000 rupees registration is going to cost you. Currently, syllabus 2022 is under prevalence. So syllabus 2022 is there, and I'm guiding you according to syllabus 2022. If in future, if the syllabus changes, then guys, this might undergo some change. Okay, so foundation, you'll expect that approximately the registration fee shall be 6,000. For intermediate, you can expect the registration fee to be around 23,000. For final, you can expect the registration fee to be around 25,000. So for inter, this 23,100. So slight here and there can happen because you add certain charges like prospectus charges or some charges, slight here and there. But broadly, the mandatory fees, the compulsory fees which you need to pay the Institute of Cost Accountants of India is a sum total of these. Now, apart from the mandatory registration fees, guys, you are also required to pay examination fees, which is again mandatory in nature. Okay, so examination fees will be 1,200 per group for intermediate, which means 2,400, 2,400 for both the groups, and 1,400, about 1,400 for final, which means 2,800 for both the groups. This is the examination fees, mandatory examination fees, which you are required to pay the Institute of Cost Accountants of India before any examination. So 2,400 for intermediate, 2,800 for final. This is the examination fee which you have to pay before every examination that you are planning to give. Okay, if you're giving both the groups together, 2,400. If you're giving single group, then 1,200, and this is 1,400 for the final. About this, can be little more or less. As far as I remember, it's 1,400, 1,200, can be 100 less or more. So this is broadly the mandatory fees or the compulsory fees which you have to pay to the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and there's no relaxation in this particular fees. Yes, there is one leeway, which is that you can pay the registration fees in 2 installments. Institute allows you to give you this leeway that you can pay the installment fee, the registration fee, in 2 installments. So both these fees can be paid in 2 installments. So it can be deferred. You can get 2-3 months before you pay the next installment, so that this can be done. But yes, within the timelines, guys, before you are giving the examination, your second installment must be deposited with the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. That leeway is definitely there. That benefit is definitely there, which you can avail. Apart from the registration fee which you have to give to the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, there is something called coaching fees. Now guys, for clearing this examination, you need to take certain coachings which are not mandatory in nature. Okay, mandatory in the nature means if you feel that you need coaching on these subjects, you can take it, otherwise not. So what I did, I'll tell you. I did not take coaching for any of the theoretical subjects in my CA, CS or CMA. All three courses I did not take coaching for theoretical subjects. For theoretical subjects, I used to watch marathons, you watch revision lectures or short lectures which were there on YouTube at that point in time of various teachers. That's it. That was all which I used to do for theory subjects. You can also devise a mechanism for you to to balance out on cost. On an average, if I tell you an average for intermediate students, so if there are 8 papers, okay, if you take coaching of every paper, then per subject coaching will cost you 5,000 rupees per subject on an average. Okay, on an average 5 to 6,000 you will have to pay for each of the subject on an average. Some subjects which are lengthy subjects might cost you 7,000 also. So on an average you'll find your fees per subject around this range. Okay, and for final students, this fees will range from 8,000 to 10,000 rupees. This is the range per subject you can expect for the coaching which you are taking. Again, there are selective teachers whom you will during the course of your studying you'll get to know about them, that this teacher teaches this subject, this teacher teaches this subject, and you'll be taking coachings for that particular subject from that teacher on an individual basis. Okay, and that is how your coaching fees is structured. But now the point is that, guys, this coaching fees is optional. It is not mandatory. This is optional. If you think that you will be able to crack this examination without coaching, and which is absolutely possible, don't ask me that, sir, is it possible to crack this examination without coaching? Absolutely, it is possible. It is also possible to take an AIR, to get an AIR All India rank without coaching. And yes, in the I button above, you will get interview of one of my students. He took guidance from me. He was not my student. He did not purchase my classes. He took guidance from me. So he scored an AIR without taking any coaching in final attempt, in final examination. So yes, even this is all optional. If you want, you can prepare by yourself. YouTube is filled with teachers who are providing good content on every topic, on every subject, on every critical aspect of the course. And yes, you can do those video lectures, do your preparations according to that YouTube lectures, and you will be able to quickly get through the concepts, and you will be able to perform well in your examination. So this part is absolutely optional. It's on your your discretion. Yes, some students might say that, sir, out of 8 subjects we will take coaching for 3 subjects, we will not take coaching for 5 subjects. That's your prerogative. That's absolutely your option. So how would you get to know? Guys, as soon as you clear a foundation, just you'll get the books of your intermediate. You go through that book. You have already studied, say, law and ethics. You have already studied in your foundation. Go through book of law in your intermediate, and then decide whether you want to take coaching or not of law. You'll be able to easily decide it for yourself. So that is not a problem at all. Don't worry, sir. How would we be able to understand that whether coaching is required or not? So that is the thing. So from a cost perspective, this is optional. But yes, many students say that, sir, we want to finish our course in a lesser point of time. And sharing your knowledge, the teacher who's experienced enough, he's worked in the corporate world, he's worked practically on those issues. When he shares your knowledge with you, guys, that is a different phenomenon altogether. That's a different feeling altogether. So yes, if budget is not a constraint, then I would definitely encourage you to take coachings of the subjects, because that will enrich you. Not because I am a teacher and I want to promote my classes, not only because of that. Yes, that is also one of the reasons, but then not only because of that, but generally speaking, it is really, really important to get perspective of other person who's experienced than you, more experienced than you, who's been teaching CMA students for past 10 years or 12 years or so. His experience, so you will definitely be benefited out of his experience. So it's always preferable if you have if you don't have budget constraints. Even if you have budget constraints, then guys, if you approach these teachers, all these teachers of intermediate and final, and as far as I am aware about all the teachers who are available in market for CMA Intermediate and final, if you genuinely tell your concerns to your teacher or the team members of the teachers, they will provide you discount. They will provide you amazing discounts. So if you have a genuine concern, if you think that, you know, my financial position is not secure, is not good enough to afford coaching, and if you tell your concern, and, you know, obviously they'll ask you certain questions, they'll ask you to furnish certain documentary proofs of your concern. If you're able to show everything to them, you'll get a discount on these prices as well. So don't worry about education, don't worry about price, don't worry about cost, because yes, this is one of the most responsible, responsible. Why do I say responsible? Because, you know, cost of education should always be low, and it is ensured by CSCS and CMA Institute that cost of education remains low. They have not raised their fees to lakhs and lakhs of rupees. Consider a situation where, you know, you're doing an MBA from a big B school. They will charge lakhs and lakhs and rupees for a 2-year course, which is MBA. Okay, I know. There's worth to everything. They're providing you some worth. That is absolutely fine. I'm not against them. Please, my statement is not against them. But as compared to them, the courses that we have in vogue, which is one of them are CMA. It'll provide you opportunities which are really good enough. Good ROI will be given to you. Yes, the last campus had a package of 27 lakh rupees per annum for a fresher, guys. CMA fresher getting 27 lakh rupees per annum. What better ROI can you expect after this kind of an investment? 27 lakh rupees ROI. What better investment ROI can you expect? So yes, a very good course, a very good career opportunity, and a very, very economically feasible course. That's all for this particular session, guys. If you want me to discuss more about this course, if you want me to discuss some more additional aspects of this particular course, and if you want to really suggest some pointers where I should discuss about, suggest some questions. If you have some questions, please jot it down in the comment section. I will definitely try to make a video on it. Do hit that like button, guys, because that is a motivator for me to make more videos. And yes, we'll be meeting in our subsequent sessions with more such information on the CMA course. Till that time, all the very best and happy studying. Bye bye.